be chain scrape. Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there. I'll be able to tinker with my other gear, too.
Outlander approaching. Is that the Savior?
Wanna come in, Savior? Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you, too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flame Hair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Workbench is free. Tinker with that gear.
I am most certainly so. Watch as I walk in a strange.
This should be useful. Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks.
If I were a sober man, I would salute you.
Ah, finally!
Hey, Mildev. I took some of your stew last time I... I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you...
Oh, yeah. But the equipment I need to make my signet, and don't get me started on them.
And if you...
I make meals.
How did you end up at...
Heard about a new and upcoming town. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. So I got myself... Some of these people had never tasted proper... Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept...
Your last customer mentioned where I'm headed,
I would be happy to have... But my special groove, without it... I hate to think what'll happen when I'm... Even if I already have... Unless...
What do you need?
For the ingredients. I'd say a big handful. As for the griddle... corrugated until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in the scrounger pile. If you follow the river to the north... Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding board. Assuming yours.
Thanks, Mildef.
So that...
And don't let anyone push...
If you say so.
Hey, Roy. Come to revel in...
I was just...
First timer. Well, I got an extra set. Sit. I'll give you some. All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for notes also tell you how far a piece can, how powerful they are, the distance they can, and of course, okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain. I own the board, so I get to choose. Since this is your first time, usually you get to choose which pieces. Pick up that machine piece to... And remember, take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain and its own attack. This board only has grassland and your current. So in total, since my machine, and just like your, so right now, this means, did you get up? Knew you were a smart. Finish up by not pulling any punches. Now grab that second. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine, try it out. Go ahead, just sprint over to my machine. Try sprinting up to one of... Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine, so use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can... That's about it for your turn, then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, same as in the wilds. Machines have both. You can see them marked on the pieces. blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but now, red shows the machine's weak points. Here, let me show you. Rotate. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let your machine attacked mine. Go ahead and move downwards toward... You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. Just gotta overcharge that machine and attack. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because we both get the good news is, you're gonna receive your victory point, which means you can reach. That's why sometime now, you'll notice that means that wasn't so. Just remember, you'd be surprised I know it saved my behind in a game or 2. Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. It's a small set, but you might even fancy though they'll need the right, or, no, I've lost my fair share of brew hopping. No need to. Now, if you feel like playing, I could even teach you.
Thanks.
Don't be a stranger.
We're on the same side here, Ulvund. What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear Magistrate, if you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have and sign the concession to face it.
Hi.
Savior, what us?
We might.
Very well.
So, the Savior herself.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty, Ulvund Frio. So, what could have dragged you away from the smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy.
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Great.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well...
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of them.
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my intimidated...
How noble of...
Noble. Ha! Nobody handed me anything. Everything I've achieved.
And where is...
The, burden. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work...
Indeed I did. Until the Carja clean up them, I'm not risking
Fair deal? You mean your concession?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf who do all the backbreaking. All we're asking for is for a land worked by the...
Right.
Only an amount appropriate to...
If Chainscrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge?
The sensibilities of good Osram You think a Carja can head... Ah! The magistrate can barely make...
So you have no real authority then?
Anyone who has followers has authority. I mean, and it's honest folk know I'm in...
You said you founded...
Practically found it. I alone saw its potential when it was just a I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back. You could say Chain Scrape is what it is.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting?
Not at all. But my main priority is to look after the well...
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of... But with the threat out there, I'm not in danger.
I'm going to clear out the... And when I'm done, this...
If that's what it takes.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Karja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Corvin and the others are doing better than I am.
What happened to you?
That damn mine won't be the last injury if Olvin keeps shut.
What mine?
Northeast of Chain Scrape. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but Olvin probably threatened to cut off.
How about you slow down? You mentioned...
Yeah. Corvin and the others were opening as soon as their blast hit. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a... We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvind and the others might not be as lucky if it happened.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get them open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
Who's Corvind?
He's their foreman. And the kind that knows how to deal with me. But Olvind... Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury.
Sounds like a...
That's why we all put up with the... But if the whole mine becomes... I'd rather suffer Olvin's wrath.
I could check in on your crew.
You're as red as a Karja priest. And why is that?
Is that a tripwire? Where are you off to? The whole area's rigged with them.
Hey! You! Make it worth your while if you kill these scroungers!
It's always something. Hold tight! I'll see what I can do!
Try luring them into the tripwire.
Machine will take a lot of damage from acid. Cauldron? I've learned how to ride this machine. that's the last one.
Hello, Red. What a day, what a day. Thank the Forge you showed up. Tripwire's handy.
Ready for anything now?
Machine hunting's a youngin's game. Come on over. Let me give thanks proper like. I see you're a practiced hunter. Took you less time to kill those scroungers than vanguards to kill.
So the vanguards came through?
Yeah, just a bit of. Then those scroungers showed up to carve the. Then another bristleback ran through.
So the vanguard...
Probably. The vanguard seemed.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. If you're gonna go chasing across the Daunt, you're gonna want a tripcaster. Not just any tripcaster.
Workmanship looks...
Yep. Been tweaking more room to tinker out here.
Did something... Let me guess.
Kept pressing for the Ulven discount. I said, I can't prove it, but that felt it best to put some distance.
Cable car operator told me the bristlebacks just appeared yet. Do you know anything about...
How is old Karn? There was this one that...
Anything about...
No. Karn said true. Lucky for me, I've got you and the vanguards.
I should...
While you're blasting bristlebacks, did you know they have a tripcaster trial?
Maybe. So Aaron headed south. Should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus. Tracks. Maybe Aaron's and the vanguards. These bristlebacks are everywhere. Sounds like someone's been there. Should be enough wild meat for moving.
Another one down! Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols. Just the hammer. Just the fight. Aloy?
Aaron!
I'll handle the rest.
Drop those logs on the machines. Those bristlebacks have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
Caught me at my best.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
Who needs ribs, huh? Oh. I'm good. Huh. Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the... What's the story?
I need the embassy to happen. Erend, what I did at the Spire, it just slowed it down.
Really? I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part. That's not so good. But hey, whatever you're up against, you're...
Erend, I need the embassy now.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually...
Alone.
Erend! I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm pretty banged up here.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming. Listen. I'll go to Baron Light, yeah? If you want this, and we're gonna need this sun...
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Watt east to... I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's...
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry?
Where is this coming from?
Hey, just, forget it, yeah?
It sounds like something.
All right, fine. Now, after the battle at the Spire, you took... I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your... What kind of person does that?
Erend, look. But life on Earth is in danger. And only I can...
Your life on Earth?
Yeah.
Well, then let me help.
You can't. There's no machine. What I've got to do, Not even to people I care about.
Oh, so much for being used. Okay.
Erend!
I guess that's my cue.
Maybe I should go with you to Baron.
No, hey, you're needed.
That doesn't sound good.
You'll have to handle that one on your own. We'll only slow you down.
gemstone. It's green like blaze, but it's hard and shiny. I wonder if merchants would be interested. There's the quarry Thurles mentioned. And it's full of bristlebacks. One less machine. Another one down. Incoming. One less machine. Another one down. where he's safe.
Stranger, come on over here. We gotta talk. Over here, girl. I want to thank you. I don't know what Honora's doing out here, but consider we tried to hold off and wait for the van. Next thing you know was...
Is everyone...
We lost some good people. But we would have lost them.
Well, at least it's quiet.
Your ears ought to be ringing, but Chain Scrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking...
You need the whistle to get...
Me and my crew would just can't lift a hammer till Olvin blows that thing. Because if we work without his say-so, and my people have been through enough.
Olvin?
He's got the money and connection. Almost feels like we stood a better
What are you and your...
We're supposed to be working Olvin's, but the work stoppage and the breast... Never seen those blasted things in a dawn before.
I'm not sure. I need to get going.
Thanks to you.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks. Chain Scrape can get back to work now. I'll go give Olvin the good news. Bloodies, too. Then, maybe this embassy can finally happen. An image from the old world. Looks like some kind of building in front of sheer cliffs. The image is incomplete. But maybe if I line it up exactly with where it was taken, my focus can fill in the rest. I think I'm out of range at the vista point. I gotta try again. Time to get Ulvin to blow the whistle, then Wadis to burn light.
Still here, I see.
I cleared out all the bristle.
Oh, you did?
Now that you've recovered.
Oh, they're nuts. I'll have to send some... Shouldn't take more than a day.
No.
These are innocent Osram.
Either you do it now.
Ah, I knew you could do it! Friends, gather round. The savior of Meridian... you.
What?
Sound the whistle. Chain Scrape it!
Yay.
And Ulvin has agreed to personally pay every worker their lost wages.
Yeah!
That's more like it!
Yeah!
Woo!
Ha-ha!
Yeah! Yeah!
Don't you have an embassy to get to?
Yeah, I guess I do. Well, the Chain Scrape's back to work. Merchants should be open to trade. I should see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis off to Barrenlight. Better see what that Karja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Savior! Savior, thank my condolences that you had to endure.
I've dealt with worse.
The idea that the Karja purposely... It's completely absurd, but the louder and longer the more support he'll get.
How did the...
No one knows for sure. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have...
No other way.
The only way I know about... Look, if you help me shut all...
What is this concession?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because...
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure...
He can't get those investments without...
No. Not while there's a chance the Sun... Hence, why the concession, and why blaming the Karja for the Brit...
How does blaming the Karja for the...
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but... Chain Scrape is all claiming that the Karja loosed the Oseram laborers into hell. Even with the valley working again, Ulvund hopes he can stir up enough
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless...
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light...
How did...
I asked for the post overseeing the entire It was an honor.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund.
Ulvund's not going. He's been around longer than I have. Now, I'll find... I have to.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted...
Yes, according to what said, the ground... He took off and...
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja, and maybe then he'll...
I've heard of your adventures.
My armor...
Shop just opened up, and I've got a backlog of orders.
Nora in the Daunt. Now I've seen everything.
The way to Barren Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errand vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When
says...
I've cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay?
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Barren Light, Wadis. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get underway. If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence. Hades. Maybe. Guess I could head straight for Barren Light. Or poke around the Daunt some more first. And maybe take Petra up on that drink.
Come for that beer after. Get a pint. Wasn't expecting some.
Since when do I do it?
There's that fire and spit. That's a blast from the. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this but we still. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway. To come all this way and
Shadow Carja refugees.
Looking for a new home. And therein lies a Stormbird crashed up on the cliff. And Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on, but the refugees mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched.
Huh.
Yeah, well, but overall, not that it matters to Talon. Maybe you could.
So the Where did they come from?
That's the thing. They just showed up one day, rampaging around, lost some good people. But bless the Bella, that put a dent. Now, if only there were.
But how could Bristlebacks?
2 words. Concession. Olvind has taken. He's hoping to dig up resentments to get us. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the work.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks give him half a reason. They'll believe.
Damn Carja slavers.
I thought you'd be back.
Well. After the big boat realized it was running, heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. Besides, someone's gotta be...
What else can you tell me about?
Well, they don't call themselves, they're some other brand. But whatever side of the sun they're on, don't seem to want for nothing except to prey and...
So they're just blocking entry to a wrecked store?
Don't rightly know. Should they ever wise up and salvage, and if they get there first, then by all... Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers...
So about Olvind.
Around here, everything's
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like he knew rebuilding Barren Light. So he getting investors to front claims on... Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is... And the Sun King can revoke those... That's why he's desperate for the...
Who is this?
Just some chuff-huffing pawn. Lived in Chainscrape since there was it. He and Olvind go back a ways. Like a pair of cold...
So Talland works for...
Olvind might think so. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get...
This concession...
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law. Even though it would mean that any existing stone and timber claims, no more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the shards, and since Olvind has it would make him richer than a scrapper in a... Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipal. So he could buy enough vote. He's a sly old badger. Figures if he keeps up the...
Well, if I'm up that way.
Much appreciated.
Petra said Talland has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you.
Okay,
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's overkill.
It's a weapon! Kill it.
Not even blows the use. So,
you... Actually, I...
But you're just nuts!
I got it! Triple the powder! It'll... Boom! One shot!
Then you are in the... How would you like to be? The...
Explosive, done,
yet perfectly...
Are you two?
Nah, the dad sent us out west in search of some unknown.
Sounds like you had other...
Let's just say that how I want to make my...
So...
My apprentice... There was an incident.
Involved...
Ba-boom! And Dad's precious homebrew.
Huh. Tell me more.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some cars. Had a scary drawing of a Tenakth warrior hunting with a kind of... Effective? Yes, but... Coming out, and I'm on the brink of...
Whereas I
can use machine parts to enhance the user's...
Well, Boomer here's add boomsticks.
Why not?
That. I need the parts to make the...
Well, for starters, I'll need charger horns.
Yeah, that. Just be sure to shoot them off, otherwise they break. But the real innovation, keep it to yourself.
There's a mean one east of...
Boomer! You get them for me. It's you.
You have it. I could get around faster if I had a charger to override. I can override one of these chargers. I have to go in quiet so I don't spook the herd. Shock ammo would come in handy. I'm back in range of the vista point. I could try to find where the image was taken.
Meridian? Glad I can help.
Use a hand freeing my friend.
Let's do it.
Try pushing it off!
Damn, they saw me.
Narrow light. Last part of the Sundom farther further west. And the Karja Horn. That means the Ilisu strike soon. Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here. First, I could resupply at my step. Might be worth taking a look around, too.
Ah, Savior, tell me, are you seeking passage into no man's land by any chance?
Maybe. Why do you ask?
Ah, well, to hammer it plain, there's treasure out west. Unclaimed scrap and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that knows the lay of the land.
You're not afraid of the Tenakth?
Terrified.
but I carry out most of my business in no man's land. Neutral territory and all that. Barren Light is our port of entry. When its doors aren't closed for an embassy. I was hoping your arrival meant they might be opening soon. I've got a business to run, after all.
I want that embassy to happen as much as you do. Believe me, I'm working on it.
Good to know. And keep us in mind. If you do manage to open the way, our main camp will be just past Barren Light. We'll buy any scrap you've got on you. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West. Guaranteed.
All right. Maybe later then.
If you could get those blasted gates open.
Guess I'm not the only one who wants to get those gates open.
Oi, miss.
Not again.
There's Erend. That looks like he's had a few.
Savior, I need your help. Don't embarrass yourself, soldier. Savior!
Give it a rest.
Savior.
Conover. She's Meridian's savior, not yours.
It's just Aloy.
Please, no one will listen.
Really, Conover? And you're bothering her with this hogwash now?
Some of them must have fled west after the battle at the Elite. I saw one of our sentries, Loravik. I tried to eavesdrop, but they spotted me.
Unfortunately, there's no... And since Conover doesn't deny killing his fellow soldier...
What makes you so sure Loravik was working with...
Well, I was too far to hear.
It's not the most outlandish...
Crying Eclipse is a convenient way to dodge...
If I have to die, so be it.
Tell me exactly...
Weeks ago, during a shift. By the time anyone noticed there, Nozar didn't see the need to give chase.
Nozar's not one to be side. He tightened up the patrol schedules, reprimanded...
But I couldn't... None of us are careless out here. Meaning, and Loravik, well... And after the incident, so when I spotted him sneaking, I found him. And when Loravik mentioned the eclipse, the stranger took off and instincts took over.
Why don't you believe?
We combed the woods. Searched... Look. Conover's a good man, but Nozar only lives... And that fact is, Conover...
No, but clips are out there.
And considering there's no... Well, we can't... Nozar's on edge with the upcoming embassy. Hey, if you find a bunch of Eclipse, please do let us know.
The meeting you witnessed.
No. But the clearing where...
A dozen soldiers in there.
I can see things others can't.
Thank you.
Don't get your hope.
Gentlemen.
That's our cue.
You taking the edge off?
Huh. You're in a rush.
How have things...
Your silent departure. Helped Avad. I took a month to... But when I got back, I got this... I thought that'd be a cake.
You got blindsided. Wasn't your fault.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
I was, wondering if you...
Yeah. Half of them owed her a favor. In the end, everybody drank.
Feels like she would have liked that.
Yeah, damn straight.
What do you know about the embassy?
Not much. Only that Avad really wants it to. He said I'm making peace with... But from what I hear, they're not too big. They do most of their talking. So if you're heading their way...
I'll keep that in mind. What do you know about...
Well, nothing good. It's where the Carja dragged all the captives they took from the... Lucky ones. Became slave labor.
You're sac...
You got it. I can't say I blame them. And now Avad, no matter how much loose stone they put up.
I,
yeah, don't let me stop you. Yeah,
Erend.
Yeah, all right. I guess what I'm really...
I know where to find you.
Yeah, don't count. Be careful out there.
Lighten up, Paiv. You've got a thick wall of stone between you and the Snouch up there.
Yes, sir.
Why the long face, my boss?
Are you in charge around here?
Apologies, no. That would be Commander Nose. I'm Lawan, his second in command. So...
I'm here for the embassy. And maybe now that Studious...
Yes, really seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but...
All right, fine.
I'm sure you do. But normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few... But no one's allowed in or out before an embassy.
So what happens at the...
Mostly trade and negotiation. In exchange, the Tanath return this particular...
Because the Tanakh they're handing over...
Ah. The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if...
You said something...
They're the tribe's elite warriors. They arrive with a contingent of then, during the proceed... And by negotiate, Paiv over here came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that...
It was indeed.
Where is this Commander Nozar, then?
I'll take you to him. The commander isn't one to break protocol.
We'll see about...
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvin was thrilled. Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
There's the commander. Better brace yourself. And good luck.
Why the Sun King believes we can have peace? How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Ahem.
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh's horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Varl. Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the devil between herself. The gate ain't sealed until that horn grows!
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron.
What's happening?
You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to
Open
stand in her way.
the
It's not gonna work.
gates.
That's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded.
Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys.
saving the world.
Forgot something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time. So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
Just no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is known.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav. Once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you, as it often has with me. As you can see. Tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds, before I die.
How did you come to be?
It's quite a story, though I suppose neither of us is... Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have...
Very well. Hoping to have failed. They committed unspeakable atrocities. When the clans overran our forward, and I stayed behind to help the... I was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy, and they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that when they threw me before Chief Hikara. I thought I was dead for sure, so I...
So when you met the Tanakh...
I'd kept my ears open as the Tanakh dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about so. When they flung me at a called the Kurut, thinking that my life or even my freedom. The other Tanakh howled, but Hikaru stared them down. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed...
You said the cool route is a Tanakh's trial by combat.
Yes. It doesn't pit men against each. Instead, the combatants fight machines. Believe me. Hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. I had hopes for freedom, but...
You wound up serving the...
The winners of the cool route must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before.
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit. In practice, marshals are Hikaru's roving, part magistrate, part judge, part... I won my place among and served as honor demanded, but many they did, until I started forcing.
I guess that's one way.
As you may have noticed, violence is to survive, one must... The truth is, though, the Karjas... I can't blame the Tanakh for hating them.
So then...
Part of me. Yet there is much to admire about the Tanakh. I've heard stories about what it was like before his 3 clans, always at war, constant. Hikaru and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. Who knows? Maybe...
The Karja talk about Hikaru.
The Karja feel compelled to... It is true that when I was first taken before him, I thought he would... But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant. I think that if you were fortunate enough to... You would find that he only wants... I hope you do speak to him. So... The Karja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way... Are you glad?
Oh, I'll admit that I would... But I have another... As someone who knows the Tanakh, then I'm in a unique position. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope...
The Tanakhs don't see...
They're not. As a rule, Chief Hikaru knows that survival often requires change. Even if that change means putting aside centuries.
You asked. I'll tell you. But you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Murray. It's getting worse every day. Much worse. Calling down storms. The source of it all has gone west.
I've seen the signs. And I've an army of demons, vanquished by a red-haired champion. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tanakh lands. A task so important, and it's just the 2 of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hikaru knows the West better than anyone. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let...
Maybe.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to...
Look! The Sky Clan's banner!
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tanakh can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No! The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
The Karja have opened the gates.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tanakh!
Regala. Chief Hikaru's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaru has betrayed us! The embassy is proof! And all of you marshals are his accomplices! For this, I condemn you to death!
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us, exile.
Lancers! Form up!
They're riding machines!
Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Vashav! Come with us now, or not at all!
Archers! Light them up!
Get to cover!
Archers! Keep them back! Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates! Kaja! Stand your ground! Fire at will!
I don't have a shot!
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Come down and fight fair! Lancers! Take the center! Get ready!
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge! Here they come!
Time to fight.
Check on them!
Hit her! For all, mother! Get her in Aloy, here's some ammo!
The mount's down, but not the rider!
Got her now! Hit the outrider! Aloy! One more and you're dead!
Don't stop for moving! They need cover!
No! Marshal!
I see the Outlander!
We've survived worse! You! Outlanders! I'll skin you both!
Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it.
Give it up! Now's my chance! Stopping me! The shield's regenerated! Gotta get through that shield. Shield's gone! He's vulnerable! Your turn! Come down here and face me!
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the Marshals! Slaughtered the Karja! So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I got you.
It's salvage time, boys.
Don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The Marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Vwadis, Vashav. A massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tenakth territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though Obviously, this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north. With all those machines they were riding, they must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Asuram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
Fashav called Regala a rival.
Yeah. Her attack was coordinated.
They knew the lay of the... and they knew Fashav. If the Tanakh Thorn... she must have spent months...
They had to have made...
about Fashav.
The man was taken captive. It's a cruel end.
There was more. He spoke...
Too late.
What will happen?
His body will... as a cousin of the Sun King, he will... no soldier can...
You said the Tanakh lands are far... what can I expect to...
Well, as I mentioned, you've got to stretch Haru farmlands. Past that are the Tanakh. Their territory is split into 3 clans.
Right. I saw their banners at...
The Desert Clan is closest. What? Where everyone else sees an somewhere beyond the desert is the capital and the territories of the...
You don't sound...
During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh, but the United Clans...
So no one except the Tanakh really...
do, back in Meridian.
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. They're...
That's right. They're a peaceful bunch. At least more taken.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of far...
Make no mistake. When the Karja were pushed, their warriors chased ours through the burning... The Sun King is far...
If they're so peaceful...
Don't know. I heard they have... You'd think that'd make them open to trade.
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before...
Well, in addition to... There were a couple of other parties. Even saw 2 Karja scouts. Not sure if they're exceptional...
This area is no...
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light, but after Avad overthrew... He reached out to the other tribes to offer... The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border. Karja and Asuram have been...
But now, it's...
Well, I'd never... The ancient ruins of...
It's too bad about Nazar.
At least Nozar went down fighting. Well, I'll make sure they're given...
Do you think the Karja will take... Seems like you'd have come...
An expedition of the Karja army and Sun King Avad will... That said...
I'd need to be...
Then I wish you luck. And don't worry about your friend.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you.
Stepping up for the hunt. So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spires should lead to Silence and Hades. And just maybe, a backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regala's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would. The woman who led the ambush, Regala, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence. But what's his angle? Why help to knock the rebels? I can grab this from my stash later. Good spot to test the shield wing. Why climb down when I can glide? It worked! Wing's holding up? It's taking over the land out here, too. These must be the salvagers I met in Barrenlight. Looks like something's going on.
No time for chatter, Red. Never seen hair this early.
If it isn't the savior of Meridian, and of my very own operation. Larend, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. Oh, nasty business. What the Tenakth did back at the embassy. But everyone in Barrenlight is thankful you drove them off.
So this is your salvage operation?
You won't find a better place to trade machine parts in the West. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that. For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden. Dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible, that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
I'd be curious to take a look at it.
Of course you would. And that's why I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that armor. Each of them will present their work to me. The best protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
Lucky me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Larend can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge.
You have got to help me.
What are you talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it, but none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west. If they make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts, and fast. So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
Shell walker containers. Their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Ah, thank the forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
Counting on you, Aloy. Aloy.
I'm working.
Good call.
I know it. I might want to read that contract before going on the hunt. A lot of ancient wrecks out here. Must have been a huge battle. The old ones. They gave everything they had to slow down the Pharaoh swarm. To buy Zero Dawn time. Getting a signal from my focus. Tallneck. If I override it, I can get data on the surrounding area. I'm gonna leave you here. Like a satellite dish. If I can climb it, I should be able to reach that Tallneck easily enough.